So in this case, we will focus on the one operation called the multiplication of radicals. So this is our goal. I want you to perform multiplication on radical expression. So without further ado, allow me to give you the first example. The first example is this 6 square root of uh, 3 being multiplied by 4 square root of 15. In this case, ang pwede natin gawin dito, for since parehas naman ng index yan, we can apply the product rule for multiplication of radicals. So, ang gagawin mo natin dito is, of course, ay multiply muna natin itong 6 and 4. So, when you multiply 6 times 4, that is going to be 24. Okay? So, of course, since parehas ang kanilang index, pwede na natin i-multiply din si 3 and 15. So, yung multiply 3 and 15, the result would be 45. Okay? When you simplify this square root of 45, pwede mong gawin yung prime factorization. So, it can be divided into 3 and 15. Okay? So, pwede pa natin split up to. Pwede siyang isulat as 3 times 5. And as you can see, 45 can be written as 3 squared times 5. Okay? So, ibig sabihin, in 24 na to, kakopyahin ko lang yan, yung 45, pwede siyang isulat as 3 squared times 5. So, 3 squared times 5. Ang tawag dyan, prime factorization. Okay? So, when we do that, we have 24. Then, the radicand here na 3 squared, pwede natin i-divide si 2 kay index na 2 dito. 2 divided by 2, that is 1. Lalabas natin si 3. Okay? So, we have here 5. Of course, si 5 dito na naka-raise sa 1, hindi mo pwedeng i-divide kay 2 kasi fraction din naman lalabas. So, ibig sabihin, ma-maintain lang si 5 sa loob. Okay? So, simplifying these things, 24 times 3, we have 72. And the remaining would be square root of 5. So, this is the first example. Okay? This is how we simplify it and multiply the expression. And the second given, we have 2 fourth root of 9x cubed y squared times fourth root of 27x to the fifth y to the 7th. So the first thing that you have observed is they have the same indices. So we can apply the product rule for radicals. Of course, may invisible na 1 dito. 1 times 2. No? Ang sagot na naman dyan is 2. So 1 times 2 is 2. And then copying the fourth root na mas malaking version. So ang gagawin natin is multiply na natin yung number muna na nasa loob. So 9 times 27. 9 times 27, that is 243. Okay? Another thing is yung x naman. Yung x na dyan, may parehas na x dito. So, ibig sabihin, pwede kong kopyahin si x. And then, pag-add ko lang naman yung dalawang exponent dyan. X cubed times x to the fifth, 3 plus 5, that is 8. Okay? The next letter is y. Since parehas may y sa baba, copying the y. Then, add exponent 2 plus 7, that is 9. Okay? Then, we simplify this 2 times 4th root of 243 x to the 8th power y raised to 9. So, ang pwede mong gawin dito is pwede mong i-type sa calculator yung 4th root of 243 or kunin mo yung factorization or prime factorization ni 243. So, pwede siyang i-divide kay 3. I think 3 times 81. Okay? So, if I'm not mistaken, 3 times 81, that is 26, that is 81 times 3, that is, let me check para sure. Yan, 243. So, ibig sabihin, sa 81, pwede rin natin i-split up yan, divide natin kay 3. Pwede siyang isulat as 3 times 27 because that is 81. And then 27, pwede siyang i-divide kay 3 ulit. 3 divided by 9, that is 27. Si 9, pwede i-divide kay 3. 3 times 3, that is 9. Okay, so ilang 3 yung nagawa natin dyan? 4, 5. So, we have 3 raised to 5. So, doing these things, so mangyayari dyan, si 4th root of itong 243, papalitan na siya ngayon ng 3 raised to 5 kasi equivalent na naman yan sa 243. Okay? So, we can change 243 as 3 raised to 5. X raised to 8, y raised to 9. Okay? So, simplifying this particular expression, alam natin na kapag mas malaki yung mga exponents sa loob, ay pwede nating ilabas yung kanyang base. So, 5 ay mas malaki kay 4, so pwedeng i-divide yan. 5 divided by 4, that is, ilang 4 magagawa natin? Of course, meron tayong isang 4. So, we have 3 raised to 1. Okay? Pero may natirang isa. Kasi may remainder na 1. So, yung isang 3 dito ay ilalagay natin sa loob. Okay? Again, 5 divided by 4 is 1. May remainder 1, kaya may 1 dito sa loob ng radicand. Okay? Then we have x raised to 8. So, alam natin si 8 ay mas malaki kay 4. So, 8 divided by 4, that is 2. So, we have x raised to 2. Okay? So, walang natira, kaya walang x sa loob ng radicand. Then, finally, the y. Si y raised to 9 ay mas malaki kay 4. So, pwede natin i-divide si 9 kay 4. Ilang 4 magagawa natin sa 9? Dalawa. So, ibig sabihin, maglalagay ako dito ng 2. Pero may matitira dyang isa, right? So, yung remainder na isa ay ilalagay ko sa loob ng radicand. Okay? So, simplifying things out. So, 2 times 3, that is going to be 6 x squared, y squared. Square root of 3 squared, 3 raised to 1 is 3, y raised to 1 is OA naman ng mahaba. So we have 3y here. So ibig sabihin, this is gonna be our final answer for this particular expression. Okay? So as you notice, we are not using calculator here, no? So we apply the prime factorization technique. Okay? So next is I want to try your skills by doing this practice exercises. Practice makes progress. Try number 1. Feel free to pause this video and try to follow the process in the previous example. You can go back and then try this on your notebook. Okay, so your teacher will check if your process is correct. If that is correct, congratulations. If that is not, try to go back once again on the previous process. Okay, so now we will proceed to the different cases of multiplying radicals. So there are times na may magkaiba sila talaga ng index. Kanina, ang minultiply natin is same indices, kaya mabilis lang natin silang na-simplify using the product rule. However, if there is not, or I mean, kapag magkaiba yung kanilang indices, okay, anong pwede natin gawin? So, merong 4 na steps or rule na pwede mong gawin kapag different ang kanilang indices at same ang kanilang radical. Una, i-transform mo lang muna the radicals to power with rational exponents. Pangalawa is multiply the powers by applying the rule. Ito, x raised to m times x raised to n equals x raised to m plus n. Pangatlo is rewrite. Gawin natin siyang single radical. At pang-apat is to simplify the resulting radical. Okay? So, the next thing na may mga pagkakataon kasi na different naman yung kanilang indices. Okay? At different din yung kanilang radical. So, anong gagawin natin doon kapag magkaiba sila? So, first is, we transform the radicals to power with rational exponents. So, gawin natin siyang rational exponents. Pangalawa is change the rational exponents into similar fractions. Pangatlo, rewrite the product as single radicals. And pang-apat, simplify. Okay? So, gusto ko isulat ninyo muna yung mga 2 different cases na may encounter natin sa mga example para meron tayong guide, no? Sa mga susunod na example. Okay? So, this is the example number 2. Example number 2 is like, we have this multiplication of radicals. We want to simplify cube root of 2 times square root of 2. As you can see, they have different indices, right? Pero parehas ang kanilang radical. So, pwede natin itong i-follow. Okay? So, ang pwede natin gawin dyan is, of course, gawin muna natin siyang exponential form. So, para magawa natin itong exponential form, itong part na to, kukopyahin ko muna yung base na 2, this one, and then i-convert lang natin to exponential form. Di ba may 1 dyan? So, pwede siyang isulat as 1 over 3. Okay? So, times square root of 2 can be written as 2 raised to 1 over 2. Kasi may invisible na 2 dyan at invisible na 1. So, we have here this particular things. Ang next mong gagawin is, of course, since parehas sa kanilang base, copy the base from the rules of exponents, then add the 2 fraction. So, gawa lang ako ng scratch dito, no, para mag-add tayo without using calculator. 1 over 3 plus 1 over 2. So, we can say na pwede natin itong isulat as 2 times 1, that is 2, okay, plus 1 times 3, that is 3, divided by 3 times 2. Okay, so denominator we have 6. So, pwede natin siyang isulat as 2 plus 3, that is 5 over 6. So, ibig sabihin, itong addition nito is, the result would be 5 over 6. And finally, we convert it into radical expression. So, the final answer would be 6 root of the base 2 na magiging radical at naka-raise sa 5. Actually, hindi pa yan final answer no? 5 yan maliit na 5. Exponent yan. Pwede siyang isulat as 6 root of itong 2 raised to 5, pwede mo pa yung i-simplify. Yung 2 raised to 5 na yan, pwede siyang isulat as 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. When you multiply them together, the answer must be 32. Okay? The simplest form would be 6th root of 32. Okay? So, next. In this case, we can apply the case number 2. So, case number 2 ang sinasabi kapag magkaiba yung kanilang indices, magkaiba rin yung radicals, so pwede mo apply yung process number. Radicands, pwede mo apply yung process number 2. Okay? So, ganito lang gagawin natin dyan. Of course, we write the expression into exponential form. So, pag sinulat natin exponential form, copy the base. Okay? Then, magiging 1/3 yan, right? And then, we have 3 here. So, the exponent would be 1 over 2. So, the next thing is, we write the exponents with LCD of 6. Okay? So, kasi when you add these things, for example, pwede natin siyang isulat as 2 raised to 2 over 6. Okay? So, times 3 raised to 2 over, hindi siya 2. That is 3 over 6. So, ginawa ko lang, pinarehas ko lang muna yung kanilang denominator. Okay? So, dahil magkaparehas sa denominator nila, ibig sabihin, pwede natin i-apply yung previous example na ginawa natin. Okay? So, what happened? So, we have here the 6th root Okay, pinag-iisa ko lang sila, no? 6 root of 2 raised to 2 times 3 raised to 3. Okay, again, dahil magkaparehas na po yung kanilang denominator, ay bakit pala naging 2/6 yan, no? Alam naman natin na ang 2/6 ay ibang paraan para isulat ang 1/3, right? So, mas ginawa ko lang yan kasi gusto ko lang maging parehas ang kanilang denominator. Okay? So, itong 1/2, ibang paraan na isulat yan is 3/6. Okay? So, dahil parehas ang denominator, pwede ko nang kopyahin yung kanilang uh, denominator na index, magiging index natin, and then we can write 2 squared. Bakit 2 squared? Dahil mayroon pa tayong base dito na 2 at may numerator na 2. Then, times 3 raised to 3, itong 3 na to, yun yung base, at yung numerator na exponent, that is 3. Okay? So, now, doing this, we can simplify this particular expression. 6th root of 2 squared, we have 4, times 3 squared, or 3 cubed, we have 27. Okay? So when you multiply 4 times 27, the answer must be 108. Okay? So that's it. That is the final answer for this particular problem. Okay, so may tuturo din ako sa inyo, no? Mas madaling paraan kapag nakita kayo ng ganitong problem. Calculator. Kung allowed kayong gumamit ng calculator. So we have cube root, okay, cube root of 2 times square root of 3. So, as you can see, hindi siya lumabas as 6th root of 108. Pero kapag tinype natin yung ibang form niya, oops. Okay, again, sulat ko lang po, no? Cube root of 2, okay, times square root of 3. So, ang ibang form kasi niya is like this one. Okay? Yung cube root of 2 times cube root of 3. Okay? Actually, 2.182, no? Yung lumabas. So, sulatan natin yan. 2.182. For example, meron tayong ganyang sagot. 2.182. Pwede natin i-verify kung tama ba yung 6th root of 108. So, 6th root of 1, let me check, 08. 6th root of 108 is 2.182 rin. So, ibig sabihin, you can write it as cube root of 2 times cube root of 3 in ang given. Pwede siyang isulat as 2.182 or other form is 6th root of 108. Okay? So, yan na po, yung magiging verification natin. Actually, calculator, pwede mong i-check kung tama yung magiging sagot mo. Okay? So, next is this one. So, after doing those things, I want you to try your skills by this particular given. The first one is different radical, different indices. The second one is same. Okay? And I want you to apply the two following process. Okay? Next is this particular problem solving about a real life application about this multiplying of radicals. So, triangular, let's say a triangular lot is 30 square root of 3 feet. Okay? So, yan po yung kanyang height. That is the height. And has the base of 15 square root of 3 feet. How many plants can be planted in the triangular lot if the nursery suggests 4 plants per square foot? So, how do we simplify this? So, this is going to be your solution. Okay? Of course, we can say na when we find the area of the triangular lot, we can have the formula of area times 1/2 times base times height. Yan kasi triangle. Okay? As you can see, the base, the given here, the given is the height would be 30 square root of 3. Of course, the base is 15 square root of 3. Okay? So, giving this formula, we can say na pwede natin siyang i-multiply yung 1/2, multiply natin sa 15 square root of 3. Then, sa height, we have 30 square root of 3. Okay? So, when you substitute, na po yung lumabas. And then, when you try to simplify these things, of course, pwede mong itry yan manually. Or pwede mo rin i-type yan sa calculator. So, 1/2 times 15 square root of 3, 30 square root of 3. Actually, pwede mo rin siyang isulat as 1/2, right? So, 15 times 30. 15 times 30 is, may lalabas tayo dyan na, sige, let's try to calculate it. 15 times 30, that is 450, right? So, 450 square root of 3. Or 3 times 3, that is 9. Okay? Square root of 9, we have 3. Okay? Then, simplifying these things, no, kapag sinimplify natin yan, 1/2 times 450 times 3, that is going to be 620 or 75 square feet. Okay? So, if my calculation is correct, that should be the final answer. So, when we simplify it, no, pwede natin i-verify yan sa calculator natin. 1/2. Ito na lang, type natin, times 15 square root of 3. Okay? Times 30 square root of 3. Okay, there you go. So the correct answer is 675. Same with our final answer here. Okay, so now, hindi pa tayo tapos dyan, no? Thus, the number of plants to be planted in triangular lot is 4. Now, we want to do the suggestion of the nursery. So we need to multiply 675 sa 4. So we have 675 being multiplied by 4, and that is equivalent to 2,700 plants. Okay, ganyan karami yung plants na itatanim natin. So again, the number of plants to be planted in the triangular lot is 4 times the area, which is 675, and that is equivalent to 2,700 plants. Okay, so and that is the case for this particular example. And we want to try your skills about this particular given. Same lang din ang problem, but different numbers na ibinigay ko dito. Okay, so in this case, example number 4 tayo. So we have here square root of 3x times square root of 12x plus 4. In this case, we can do the distributive property. So yung square root of 3x, we can multiply it sa loob ng ating parenthesis. We can write it as square root of 3x times square root of 12x. Yan ang unang part, no? 3x, square root of 3x times square root of 12x. Yan, rewrite ko lang siya dito. Okay? Plus, square root of 3x times 4, we can say that, we can write it as 4 square root of 3x. Okay? So, now, simplifying this square root of 3x times 12x, of course, multiply natin yung 3 and 12 dahil pares naman sila ng kanilang index. Okay? 3 times 12, that is 36. Okay? And then we have x times x, we have x squared. Okay, next is, we can copy the 4 square root of 3x. Now, square root of 36. Square root of 36, that is 6. Square root of x squared, that is going to be x. Plus 4 square root of 3x. And I believe this concludes our given answer here, 6x plus 4 square root of 3x. So, pwede mo magkabaliktad. Pwede rin naman mauna yung 4 square root of 3x plus 6x. Basta wala magbabago ng sign. Okay? So, next is, by applying once again the distributive property, cube root of 4 times cube root of 2. So, we can write it as cube root of 4 times cube root of 2. Okay? Next is, we can add the things, cube root of 4 times cube root of 3. Sulat ko muna yun dito, cube root of 4 times cube root of 3. What is good here is, I think they have the same indices. Okay? So, dahil pares na ng index, pwede natin silang isulat as mas malaking version ng index or radical. 4 times 2, we multiply it, that is 8, plus cube root of, okay, 4 times 3, that is 12. Okay, so we can now do the addition of radicals with the same indices. Dahil pares sila ng indices, or dahil ganyan, no, gagawin natin dito, simplify natin sa cube root of 8. Pwede natin i-simplify sa cube root of 8. That is equivalent to 2, right? Because 2 times 2 times 2, or 2 raised to 3, that is 8. Okay, another thing is cube root of 12, I think, the answer must be cube root of 12. So, ibig sabihin, we can write it as cube root of 12 na rin dito. Okay? So, pwede nyo balikan paano ba naging 2 ito. No? Pwede mong prime factorization yan. Of course, ito rin pwede mong prime factorization. Okay? So, kung gusto mong i-verify yung sagot mo. Okay? So, in this case, we want to try your skill once again in this particular set of examples. Okay? So, feel free to pause this video and write your answer in your notebook. Example number 5 would review us how to use once again the FOIL method. Okay? So, in this case, may method tayong gagamitin dito, which is the FOIL. Of course, the first would be square root of 2 times square root of 2. So, we want to rewrite it in this particular part, square root of 2 times square root of 2. Okay, that is the O. That is the O. That is the F, or the first term. Next is we want to multiply the first term. The outer term, we have square root of 2. Okay, that is minus 4 square root of 2. And the inner, by the way, this is O. The inner would be like 3 times square root of 2. So the inner is plus 3 square root of 2. And the last would be 3 times 4. Okay, so negative 12 ang magiging sagot doon. Okay, this is the inner, this is the last. So we apply the FOIL. So square root of 2 times square root of 2, alam natin ang lalabas dyan is 2 na lang. Because the square root of 2 times square root of 2 is 4. Square root of 4, that is 2. Okay? In here, pwede natin itong pagsamahin, no? Dahil pareha sa kanilang radicand, we can subtract 4 and 3. Negative 4 plus 3, that is negative 1 square root of 2. Okay? May mga ibang pagkakataon na hindi na sinusulat si 1 dito. Okay? Minus 12, yan yung nandito sa last term. Okay? At dahil magkamukha si 2 and negative 12 or minus 12, we can simplify them. So 2 minus 12 is negative 10. Okay? Negative 10 minus square root of 2 would be the final answer in this particular example. Okay? Negative 10 minus square root of 2. Okay, so the only thing that you need to remember is the FOIL method, and you have to be consistent in combining like terms. In this case, we have 8 plus 2 square root of 3 times 3 minus 4 square root of 3. So again, FOIL, 8 times, we have 8 times 3, that is going to be 24. That is the first term. Okay, the outer term, 8 times 4 square root of 3. 8 times 4, that is negative 32 square root of 3. Right? The inner term, 2 square root of 3 times 3. Of course, that is going to be 3. 3 times 2, that is 6, right? Square root of 3. 3 times 2, that is 6. Square root of 3, kinopya ko lang yun. And then the last, square root of 3 times square root of 3. Okay? Alam natin ang mangyayari dyan. Square root of 3 times square root of 3 is equal to square root of 9. And that is equal to 3. Okay? So, ibig sabihin, the answer must be negative. Okay, negative 3, no? Pero may mga numbers pala yan, no? 2 times 4, that is negative 8 here. Okay? Negative 8, square root of, I think we have square root of 3 times square root of 3, that is square root of 9. And that is equal to 3 na lang. So we have 24, combined like terms pala tayo, no? Minus 32 square root of 3 plus 6 square root of 3, para sila ng radicals. And then we can simplify the numbers here. Negative 32 plus 6, ang sagot dyan is, yung negative 32 buwasan mo ng 6, I think that is 28? No, 26. Okay? 26 square root of 3 ang matitira dyan. Okay? Minus 8 times 3, the result would be 24 or negative 24. And as you can see, alam natin na pwede natin simplify yung 24 and negative 24. They can cancel out because 0 ang magiging sagot dyan. Okay? The final result would be 26 square root of 3. Okay? So that is example number 5. And if you want to try your skills in this particular, try it exercises. Okay, so now we move on to this special case products. I know, students, maraming part itong multiplication of radicals. Kaya dinivide ko, dapat magkasama ang division dito. Pero hiniwalay ko na lang to kasi maraming mga cases na pwede nyo ma-encounter in multiplying radical expression. Okay, so dito, balik lang tayo sa mga pinag-aralan natin. We learned that the square of binomial results in a perfect square trinomial. So we can easily use this concept. While using this concept, pwede natin siyang i-apply yung pattern na yan dito sa mga cases natin na kapag ganito yung given, okay? Pag ganyan yung given, pwede natin itong i-apply yung ganitong. So actually, parang yung mga AB dito, yung A and B dito, nilagyan lang siya ng radical sign. Okay? So, without further ado, allow me to share to you this particular things. Okay? So, we have square root of 2 plus square root of 5. So, we have also the quantity na naka-raise pa sa 2. So, paano natin gagawin yan? So, paano natin gagawin yung given example na yan? So, in this case, we can apply the first pattern dahil yan ay plus, no? Pwede natin i-apply itong part na to. Okay? So, ang gawin natin dyan is, of course, the square of the first term. The square of the first term, that is square root of 2 quantity squared. And then, multiply the two terms, square root of 2 times square root of 5. Tapos, i-multiply mo pa sa 2. Okay? So, multiply the two terms like we have square root of 2 times square root of 5. Tapos, i-multiply pa natin sa 2. Okay? Square root of 2 times square root of 5 times 2. Kaya may ganyan tayo. Then, square of the last term. Square root of the last term, that is going to be square root of 5 quantity squared. Okay? So, that is applying the rule for squaring of binomial. And then, simplify the radicals. We can cancel these things because ang matitira na lang dyan is 2. Right? Plus 2 square root of 2 times 5. Pwede natin siya i-multiply. The result would be 10. Right? Plus square root of 5 squared, we can cancel these things. The remaining would be 5. Then adding the same terms, 2 plus 5, that is 7. Okay, we can write it here in front. Plus the remaining would be 2 square root of 10. 2 square root of 10 would be the remaining. And combining like terms, giving us this 7 plus 2 square root of 10. And that should be our final answer. Okay? So, next would be like this. Same lang din naman ng pattern na i-apply natin. First is the square of the first term. So, the square of the first term, allow me to copy, 3a quantity squared. And then, multiply the two terms. Okay? Meron tayong square root of 3a times, this one is b, right? b square root of 6c. Okay? So, ngayon, meron tayong ganyan, no? Yung b na to, actually, mamaya pwede natin siya idikit dito sa 2. Pero mamaya na lang. Next is, we have the square of the last term. So, b squared of 6c quantity squared. Then, alam natin na we can cancel these things. So, matitira is 3a plus 2 times b, that is 2b, square root of, since parehas na radical sign, or index pala, we have 3, we can multiply 3 and 6, that is going to be 18. a times c, that is ac. Okay, we have 18 ac plus this one. Okay, pwede natin simplify si b, or erase natin sa 2, we have b squared, and then itong square root of 6c, pag na-erase sa 2, ang mangyayari dyan, matatanggal natin yung square root, ang matitira is 6c. Okay, so again, simplifying these things, giving us 3a plus 2b square root of, si 18, pwede siyang isulat as, pwede siyang divide kay 2, 9, i-split natin yan. So, pwede pala siyang isulat as 9 times 2. Okay? Sige, isulat ko na lang as 3 squared times 2 AC plus B squared times 6C. We have 6 B squared C. So, in-rearrange ko lang siya. And then we have 3A plus 2B square root of 3 squared. So, mawawala dito yung 3 squared sa loob. Mapupunta yan sa labas. Okay? And then, square root of 2, ayan, mariremain dito yung square root of 2AC. Itong part na to. Plus 6b squared, and then c. And then finally, when we simplify, 3a, wala kasing kamukha sa 3a, di ba? So, 2 times 3, that is 6b, square root of 2ac, plus 6b squared, and then c. And this should be our final answer for this case. Why? Because wala naman nang dapat pang i-add dyan kasi wala namang like terms or wala nang pwedeng i-combine na magkamukha dyan. So, ibig sabihin, yan na po yung magiging huling sagot natin. Okay? So, in this particular part, I know there are so many letters, but if you manage to get the particular process, then congrats. If not, then you may go back and rewatch the particular example. Take down notes and then try your skills in this particular try number 6. Same lang din naman ang gagawin ninyo. Okay? So be careful lang sa mga signs, sa mga letters, no? Dapat you are still applying the rational exponents rule para hindi po kayo na nilito. Okay? So, that is example number 6 and try number 6. Again, try to answer try its exercises. That would help you better understand the particular lesson. And with that, allow me to say na itutuloy natin tong topic na to, but this time, we will proceed to the division of radical expression. Okay? See you in our classroom.